PISA, the Program for International Student Assessment in the year 2021, tests the mathematical ability. But why reading? And what is reading literacy? Reading literacy is defined in PISA as the understanding, using and reflecting on written texts in order to achieve one's goals, to develop one's knowledge and potential, and to participate well in the society.
A PISA test can be divided into a continuous text and a non-continuous text. A continuous text includes prose that may be narrative, expository, descriptive, persuasive, or instructive. A non-continuous text includes charts, graphs, tables, diagrams, maps, forms, or advertisements. A continuous text comprises of about 66% of PISA reading literacy paper, whereas a non-continuous text comprises of about 33% of PISA reading literacy paper.
PISA preparation isn't that difficult as it sounds to be. As language teachers, we can convert our English lessons into PISA practice tests simply by adding a few PISA-like questions towards the end of every lesson. By PISA-like questions, I mean the questions which require the students not only to read the text and retrieve information given therein, but also require them to reflect on the text, interpret it, evaluate it, and even analyze it. To be more precise, there can be 5 types of PISA-like questions. Number 1, questions based on retrieving information. Number 2, questions based on reflection. Number 3, questions based on interpretation. Number 4, questions based on evaluation. And last but not the least, questions based on critical thinking. These questions can be multiple choice, objective type, and even open-ended.
Now, the question arises, how to prepare the students for PISA reading literacy test. The students need to follow some simple strategies. First and foremost is that they need to read the text very carefully before attempting any question. They should never ever leave any question unattempted. There is always a partial value for partially correct answer, and also there is no penalty for the wrong answers. For multiple choice questions, they should follow a systematic pattern of elimination of alternatives. For reflective and interpretive type questions, 1 or 2 word answers are insufficient.
There can be some apprehensions when there is something different or new. There can be some questions for both the teachers as well as the students regarding PISA. पहले हम अध्यापकों के सवालों की बात करते हैं। PISA एज अ सिलेबस, हमारे अध्यापकों के मस्तिष्क में यह सवाल होगा, क्योंकि PISA का कोई सिलेबस नहीं है। इसे कक्षा में ही थोड़ी प्लानिंग और कमिटमेंट के साथ सामान्य तरीके से कराया जा सकता है। प्रैक्टिस के साथ ये बहुत ही आसान तरीके से कक्षाओं में कराया जा सकता है। अध्यापक अपना विश्वास बनाए रखें। हिंदी अथवा अंग्रेजी के साथ ही मैथमेटिकल एबिलिटीज और साइंटिफिक एप्टीट्यूड को मिलाकर पढ़ाने का एक जो नया चैलेंज होगा हमारे अध्यापकों के सामने, वह उनके अनुभवों के साथ ही बहुत ही कामयाबी से पढ़ाया जा सकता है। अब आते हैं हमारे बच्चों के बारे में। हमारे बच्चों को लंबी टेक्स्ट पढ़ने की आदत न होने के कारण वे संकुचित हो सकते हैं, पर जब वे विभिन्न प्रकार के प्रश्नों को करेंगे तो वो नया सीखेंगे और इसमें उनकी रुचि भी बढ़ेगी। पीसा एक अंतर्राष्ट्रीय परीक्षा जरूर है, लेकिन हिंदी अथवा अंग्रेजी को लेकर उनके मन में कोई दुविधा नहीं होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि हमारे बच्चे इसे दोनों ही भाषाओं में कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हिंदी और अंग्रेजी दोनों भाषाओं में उन्हें चुनाव करने का अधिकार होगा।